Whenever you call, in the parking lot Tucson. Are you with me? When I'm standing with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Then if you get a move on, like you haul, and I know we need to go slow, but we could go faster. Maybe the best.
All right, guys, if you come and watch the replay, I'm sorry I was late. I'm not going to be long in this. I'm not going to be long in this. So, I just wanted to come because I saw that Stepdaddy Joe aunt was alive, and I wanted to talk about it. Let's see, and see what all she had to say, and then I'm going to top right off. Let me see if Heather Rose said anything on hers. Let's see if she said anything. I'm sorry, Heather Ella Rise. I'm sorry. I haven't seen her post anything. She hasn't posted her live. So, I don't know if she went live on here or TikTok, but I'm going to see if I can find that. But we're going to go to Ms. Natasha and then what she had to say. I think she has been giving her response lately. Good morning. About things that are being said. She did come out and say, listen, if, his mom, they want to find something, they know something, then they can go and tell the police. But I see a lot of discourse about the situation with his family, with his mom's family and stuff like that. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the discourse for? Let's see. So she also posted this morning. Let me go to her page. That she didn't want chaos. She didn't want, or anything like that. They don't want war. They just want justice, right? She did go live. Did she say that live? I don't think she did, y'all. Let's listen to his daddy real quick.
How y'all doing? I'm the father of Tyrone Davis Jr. My name is Tyrone Davis Sr. I'm seeking justice for my son. I'm not coming on here to provoke no violence. I'm not coming on here to ask for no handouts. All I want is just answers to what happened to my son. The only reason I'm coming on here is just to set the record straight, because there's a lot of stuff that's being put out, which I don't have no problem with. But when it comes to playing on my name, my family's name, and I feel like this is something that had to be addressed. Waiting for some more people to come on the line. I was there on 12/29, December 29, 25, when my son was pronounced dead. There's only two ways you can be pronounced dead in the state of Florida. That's if your heart stopped or if you failed the brain scan test. A brain scan test was performed. Me, my mother, and my sister was in the room at the time. They pronounced him dead, and I will let you hear that. And it was asked, they told us that they were going to keep him on the breathing machine until the rest of the family comes to visit. Mom wasn't there, no one was there. It was just me and my family when he passed. I'm finna let y'all hear from the medical examiners. I'm not finna keep releasing everything that I have, but I did the homework. We went to Gainesville, we did everything we had to do. That's the reason that the ball is rolling. I was notified of my son's death almost 24 hours later. Not by mom, not by girlfriend. Like I said, I'm not on here to provoke no violence, but I want the world to know that we're seeking justice for Dro. We're not grieving for rewards. I'm going to play this here so you can hear from your...
So the autopsy is complete. The cause and manner is still pending at this time. Typically when it is pending, it's usually because we are awaiting additional information. To give you an estimate, it can take anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks for it to be unpended after all the information has been received. Okay, so meaning that the report is done? No, the report is not done yet. Because the cause and manner of death is still pending, we are awaiting additional information at this time. Cause, what does that mean? Cause of manner of death? So, yes, what will be listed on the death certificate as the cause of death, that is pending. So that means we're awaiting additional information. So the autopsy report is not complete. The autopsy is complete. That is the examination that we performed. That has been completed, and which is why he was able to be transported out of our care and into the funeral home. But our report with the cause and manner of death is not complete because we are awaiting additional information. And can you verify the death date for me? You said 12/29/2025. Yes, and that's what you have on your report for the death certificate, right? Correct. Okay, and question, is it pending because of the investigation that's going on? No, we're just awaiting additional information. I do not have specifics, but that could be lab results, medical records, information, from law enforcement, if law enforcement was involved. I don't get specifics, unfortunately, but typically all of that plays a role in us getting a determined cause and manner of death. Okay, is there any way we can get this expedited due to the severity of the case, or is it Unfortunately, we are unable to expedite anything, especially if labs are involved. That is, we don't have an in-house lab, so that would be separate from us.
And to the people that asked about the news, because I said that they were going to go into investigation, they have already took it to the news. And I'm going to show y'all the news. WCJB TV 20 News has it. Why is it?
And it is machines that conducts those labs, so we would be unable to expedite that, unfortunately. Okay, hold on, not expedite. You can take your time.
Okay, so like I said, to set the record straight, that's my son. It's the hardest thing I ever dealt with in my life. You know, I'm not here to promote no violence. I did the homework. You know, everything that's going on with this case, I did the homework. You know, I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm not finna sit here and keep on repeating myself to prove to nothing in the world. All I'm asking for is answers to what belongs to me. And that's answers to what happened to Dro. Ain't no way my son go from I love you, baby, you my everything, to laid out in a bridge, under a bridge in the middle of the road with no answers. I wasn't contacted. Once again, everything that you see is going on, I respect the genocide. I have been reaching out to them. The platform that we had for us, the candlelight visual, we did that. The songs, we did that. I'm not trying to make it a this or that situation. I'm just hoping that I can get some answers to what happened to what belongs to me. I can't stop social media, you know, from the clickbaits and putting whatever they put out, you know, for views. This is not about no click or no like. This is my son, a real human being. I'm a grieving father. I'm not a social media person. But when it comes to the business part, trust me, it's been done. It's been taken care of. It's not about no T-shirts. It's not about all the other stuff you hear. And I'm not going to go on because it's an investigation. But when I say I have audio, video, I have reports. I went to the cabin. I'm the one, man, my team got the ball rolling. It would have been written off as an accident if we wouldn't have went 6 cars deep to Gainesville, Florida. There's a lot of things I can't discuss at this time, but stay tuned because it will be televised. Like I said, all I'm asking for y'all is just if you know some, you see some, you know, share it. If you can't contact my family, contact Gainesville Police Department. You know, like I said, we ain't ask for nothing. We ain't ask for nothing but answers. You know, and for us, the business part of it, my son had a policy. So if you hear any GoFundMe's, he's not no GoFundMe dude if you know Dro. He ain't no GoFundMe dude. We won't need we ain't asking for none of that. So if you hear anything about help or we need to pay bills and all that, I'm gonna leave that right there. You know? And like we do everything else, I don't understand why the cards that I was dealt didn't have no faces on them. But, you know, when you're covered in the blood of Jesus, you know, nature gonna nature itself. And once again, I'm signing off from this here live stuff because it's not me. But I wanted the world to know I was there when my son passed away. You heard it from the medical examiner. All this December 30th, that was the time frame that they left him on the machine after they gave him a time of death. And you heard it. You can rewind the live after you finish it. You know, the time of death was the 29th. They kept him on the machine all the way up until the 30th. When the 30th came, you know, the rest of the family made it back up there or whatever. And however that happened for them to pronounce and say the 30th, that's on them. But you heard it from the facts from the examiner, not from me. I'm a grieving father right now. And I stand behind, you know what I'm saying, any voice, not only Tasha, any voice that's promoting justice for my son. It's the hardest shit I ever went through in my life. Excuse my language, but I'm hurting. You know, I have to walk in the spirit right now. Cause the flesh ain't able to deal with what's going on. You know, and I'm gonna ask everybody for y'all prayers. That's all we want. You know, if you got any information, you know, share it. You ain't got any, share it to me. You know, I ain't promoting no violence towards the genders or nobody. All I want is answers. And like I said, I'm a quote, unquote. Me, my mama, and my sister was in that room, and you just heard it from the medical examiner at time of death. How you getting the date of the 30th is because they gave the family time to get there, to see him. Time of taking the ventilator off, it rolled into the 30th. For as anything else, I'm not coming back on here due to the investigation, but you will find out exactly, you know what I'm saying, the things and the processes as the investigation goes on. I don't have no bad feelings or hard feelings, cold feelings towards nobody, you know, because I'm just seeking justice. Everything I'm pushing to the death of me is going to be justice for Dro. Either you're with us or you're against us. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I'm running off Psalms 91 and Psalms 23. If you know me, you know me. My family, when it comes down to, what we believe in, we will go the extra mile. And we've been going the extra mile. We went to Gainesville, 6 cars deep. We did what we had to do. We went to the cabins and so on and so on. I'm just not going to get into so much details. But trust me, just like I proved this message from the medical examiner, everything else will come out in due time. I want to thank all y'all, for sharing all the love that came out to the counter.
So, as y'all heard, the lady say they did they part, but when it come to the reports and all that stuff, and now they got to investigate everything because it's under investigation. Just like with Romeca, remember they did the autopsy part, right? But they had to put it all together of how this could have happened, what could have happened, toxicology reports, all that stuff, because it's under investigation. They have to turn that in to the police. So either they'll close this case out or not. That's what they're waiting on. We don't know how long that is going to take. They might have something at the end of this month, or they may have something by February. It takes a while for that, especially in an unaliving case. They have to have all their ducks in a row. And this could be an unaliving case. We're just gonna say it could be that because the stories don't line up, things don't make sense. So right now, that's what they're doing. They have, okay, they're looking at everything with him, but when it comes to, they got to come up with how all of this, like basically what could have caused this, right? What could have caused this? He don't have no marks from no car, so let's look at everything. They have to go deep into it. So they have to see what all happened, get that part done, and then they have to do all the other work that they have to do and check everything else, including toxicology and all that stuff, to say this is what could have happened. Once they get that, I believe, because they're already investigating, they are doing some stuff, but once they get that, that'll help with what could have happened and what they believe could have led up. It's a lot. It's going to take some time. I'm still going to update y'all because I know the family going to be coming out here talking, saying some things. They're not going to say everything. Now we're at the point where the family is like, listen, we're not going to say everything. That means that they are working and they probably have deciding, they are probably finding some stuff. And then I seen another content creator go, oh, are we to blame her? Yes, this is a whole different situation than the teacher that happened. I'm not, I mean, excuse me, like, I knew when she brought herself on here and talked cash junk about his family, talking about you know what side, I knew then. Oh, okay. But keep talking. Now she being quiet. No. Come on back. Yeah, tell on yourself. Cause you were that close. I done seen this before. The cockiness. Yeah, we seen that before. Oh, this a play of a cock. I don't. Yeah, we saw that. We watched that happen. Yeah. Oh, she finna get more cocky. I'm telling you.
Like, we got other things going on, and we're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. We owe him that, and that's all I gotta say. Justice for Dro. That was my son, just as well as their son. He the world's son. All y'all love and support from all over the world, that mean the world to me. And that's my motivation. That's my will. That's my drive to keep on pushing for justice for Dro. And once again, quote unquote, it's not no charity case. It's not grieving for rewards. We ain't asking for no handouts. We ain't asking for no help. We want answers and prayers. And if you can't respect that, then you can't be human. Because at the end of the day, as a parent, put yourself in our shoes. I want answers. That's all I got to say.
Hey. All right, let me see if I can get the auntie. What she did a video, and then because I haven't gotten the updates, y'all, on Romeca's situation too much. Okay, here she go. Let me share my screen. So that report came out, coming out. I don't know what to say, y'all. Y'all get ready. Let me fast forward a little bit.
David Strong. I had to let this song sink in our spirits. We all on one accord in this room. That song just do something to us, period. Now I just got on live just now. I just got on live just now to tell y'all one thing. So I'm gonna let a couple more people get on this live. Oh, hold on.
Hey.
So y'all got it. Sorry about that. My family right here in the room. We all couches, floors, one accord, we mourning. I'm gonna just come on here and tell y'all we David Strong. That's it, that's all. We David Strong. You see this right here? We can't get distracted at all. Not when it comes to him right here. The blood won't allow us to be silent. The bloodline won't allow us to not seek justice. That make us go even harder. That make us love even more. Now listen, this is why I got on live. I got dad in the room, my mom in the room, I got aunties in the room, all his aunties. We all here on one accord. But I just want to say this right here. We staying focused on what we got to do. We not going to get distracted. We not going to allow that. I'm not even going to open my mouth about nothing but justice for Dro. So instead of me addressing anything, I want to tell y'all, we ask y'all to come on board tonight because we all agreed on one accord. We're going to Gainesville this Saturday. You best believe we will be there. We all decided we wearing the same blue shirts. We ain't gonna change the shirt. It is a movement, justice for Dro, not just in Broward, not just in Gainesville, but all over the world. That's right. So we are going strong, not backing up, not shutting up, not letting up. This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna stand as a family. We welcome anybody all over the world who want to join us. The surrounding counties, y'all come out. We're gonna have a candlelight. We're going to the bridge, and we're gonna be on one accord. We got some other spots we're going to in Gainesville because we want justice. We're not stopping till we get justice. And guess what? I'm not bothered by that extra stuff or whatever that's going on. We focus on one thing. Justice for Dro. That's it. That's all. That's what I came on here to say. We will be in Gainesville at 12 o'clock. So just so y'all know, y'all want to join us, y'all know where to meet us at. Y'all can meet us there, beat us there, but we sticking to the script. We sticking to the plan. All that other stuff don't even matter. None don't matter but the justice we want for Dro. The justice we going to get for Tyrone Davis Jr. Guess what? That's all it is. I'm going to stay positive because we so... Oh, she wanted me to address my sister that he did not die of natural causes. Something happened, and we need answers. Now I'm gonna say something happened. My nephew not here. That skull busted open. The back of his head busted open. That wasn't natural. And also they had already determined that went from jumping out no vehicle. So we already know that. So I'm gonna keep it real. No man on planet Earth could believe that happened. And then you got pizza out the car. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. Let me stay positive. Join us. Join this movement. It is a big deal. Auntie Tasha still gonna go hard by her nephew, ain't letting up. So whatever come what may, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Think how you feel, but no weapon formed against this family shall prosper. We in good spirits. We gonna stay in good spirits. We fight for T2. Justice for Joe. Justice for Joe. All right, my Charlotte. That's it. That's all.
All right. So that's what we have on that. Anything else, y'all know I'll be back now. So one thing I do want to talk about that is a crime And I know I put my political stuff on here, but I put it on here because it's very, very important. Another thing before I get into that, I want to say before we get into it to my black people, because I'm glad y'all here. Please be mindful and have y'all stuff. They're already targeting black people by February 1st. The target will be stronger. Please, y'all. With ICE, yes. That's why it's the door-to-door and all of this racism stuff is coming to play, because he had already said that if y'all want more information, I will put it out there that February 1st, anybody if they look African or any of that, they will be targeting y'all with ICE. A story that I'm going to look into, this lady was deported while her son was dying of cancer. They picked her up and her son died of cancer without her being there. It says that Martinez was detained by ICE agents on the way to work in Maryland. The mother of four has not been able to speak to her family or lawyers. Her family believes she was taken to ICE facility in Baltimore within 2 days of her detainment. Her 15-year-old son, Kevin, who had been battling cancer, passed away without his mother present. Her husband is fighting for her release, but he doesn't know where she is, and he has to bury his son. Yes, that did happen. Also, I'm going to put a thing up here tomorrow. I was supposed to do my political thing today, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to put it up in tomorrow video of if they come knocking at y'all door, how y'all can respond and answer. Because now that we're quiet, they are bothering us, and I have to put that as that. This right here, child, the fact that it looked like he ate Greenland, but whatever. I'm sorry. So they just took this young boy, who is a teenager, a citizen, and jumped him in the car. I don't know if his parents know where he at. Remember, there was another boy, young man that they took, put him in the car from Target at work, and threw him outside at the Walmart parking lot after they beat him up. I can't make this up, but let me hear what my girl got to say.
In defense of communities across America terrorized by the dangerous, rogue, and violent actions perpetrated by ICE agents. Millions have seen the videos of ICE shooting and killing Renee Good, a poet and mother who was unarmed and trying to drive away. Following her tragic death at the hands of law enforcement, Republicans rushed to deny the truth and smear the victim, a playbook that has been employed frequently, especially against the Black community. Now, the White House is claiming the ICE agents have immunity from lawsuits. Enough. That's why I've reintroduced my bill to end qualified immunity, to hold federal agents accountable for breaking the law and killing our neighbors. This bill is for Renee Good and so many others, like Keith Porter, a proud girl dad who was killed by an ICE agent in Los Angeles, and Ninko Ganchev from Chicago, who died in ICE custody after living in the United States for 30 years. This bill is for every person in America, citizen or not, to know that when ICE agents break the law, they should be held accountable. For the families of these victims, Congress must end qualified immunity. Mr. Speaker, I rise in defense.
Now, I want to say this. Pay attention, because I was listening to this. Pay attention to the people that voted no on this, because I don't think they're going to vote no. Let's be clear. Primary elections is coming up. Most of these people's jobs are on the line. But I want y'all to pay attention, like, Mr. Fatty that looked, excuse me. It looked like he ate Greenland yesterday. I want y'all to know that. I'm going to keep saying this on every live I do. March, May, and November. It is primary election. March, May, or November. I need to see all y'all lined up. I don't care who it is that did not do it. I done told y'all can go look at my old lives where there were certain Democrats that were trying to get y'all insurance taken and who voted yes or no. You got the right to get them out of there. For the ones Republicans that sit here doing little stuff like this, you have the right to get them out of there. Let me tell y'all something. This is not a dictatorship. They work for us. And if people hire him to work for them and they're not doing their job, you have the right to get them out. And that is the thing. They work for America. They don't work for themselves to make themselves look anything and not care about the American people. You work for us. We pay our tax dollars for them to do their job. And when they do stuff like this and they're not doing their job, we have every goddamn right to get them out of office. Don't let them bully you. He has been bullying since he walked in. That's why Target has lost thousands of dollars. That's why Walmart has got bullied into. Bullying. So, March, May, and November. Be it first in that line. Your job will let you. I don't think I have anything. Let me see what else we got with Romeca real quick before I go. Please, y'all. Texas, show up. Show up. It matters. Show up. You got till February to make sure all your stuff in the ducks in a row for February. Show up. Y'all ain't been blue since 1978, from what I heard. Y'all, I'm hearing, before we go, I do have an update. Miss Kaki Banaki is in there crying. She crying every night. I did a whole think piece a little last time I talked about how listening to women older than you, and not all women older than you give the best advice, right? They all don't give the best advice. Sometimes you have to learn yourself. By them telling her, you're going to get out, you're going to make it. She's now sitting here crying. That wasn't the best advice. She should have taken a deal. But pleading not guilty because they feel like she can win does not do that. I feel like she should be talking to, and I'm not on her side, I'm just being honest as a woman, because she should have never been cocky in the first place. Now it's biting her in the ass. But what I can say, and I'm going to say this to you young ladies, when you are in a situation of any kind, and they offer that on the table, or you want to offer that, you want to look it up and ask that, do that. Plead guilty, whatever you got to do. Let me explain something to y'all. Women, it's starting to come out now. Shout out to those late 80 babies, early 80 babies, some of us, that we're paying attention to how listening to older people who feel like they have our interests at heart is not always the case. If they had her best interests, she would not be in jail. She would not be getting ready to go to prison. Sometimes you got to learn for yourself of your decisions. And thinking you're going to have your way because of the fact is that you always get your way don't always work, especially the court of law. Young ladies, please don't become male-centered. I just saw a thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start talking about it now, but I'm going to do it tomorrow, where a doctor said that this woman was married to this man. She's monogamous. He's not, but he's very fluid. And now she got the 3-letter word at 28 years old. Being male-centered ain't nothing to play with. Because women put in situations, right? But when you male-centered, you do anything for your man. And sometimes having him the center of your life can get you in jail or you gone. If this girl go with life, that man can move on with his life. So all the think pieces of he loved her and all that, if he loved her, he wouldn't be in there. He would have told her to lock him up that day. Ain't no love. It's about him. Y'all, I'm finna end it here. I'll be back with my reality TV thing going on. I see y'all at 12:15. I'm going to say this. Young ladies, make better choices. Do not fight over no man. Focus on yourself. Focus on traveling, getting your education. Focus in. Let me tell you something. Women are buying houses more than men. Okay? That is a fact. I'm going to tell you in the words of Kimora Lee Simmons, honey. What a man can do, I can do better. The only thing I can't do better is act stupid. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Always be fabulous. Have a great day. Bye.